Hi, I'm Sarah, and welcome to my video on cottagecore and specifically Laura Ashley in cottagecore. And I'm going to be showing you my personal collection and also giving you some tips and tricks when you're vintage shopping on how to get the best pieces for your own wardrobe. So here are some of my absolute favorites from my personal closet. And I have everything from being a guest at a wedding to just going out for brunch. And if you're really in the mood to cottagecore, you can cottagecore. Just change your accessories a little bit to either make things more modern. Like today, I've got on some kind of funky earrings with my cottagecore print, or you can dress them up wearing a heel, adding some glam jewelry, or completely dress them down with a super casual bag, maybe like a leather satchel, and flip-flops if you need to take it down that many notches. I never do, but maybe you do. So here's some of my favorites. This is an example of something that I have worn to a wedding. It's got a puff sleeve and a keyhole back. I adore it. This is a little linen topper, not Laura Ashley, but kind of falls into the cottagecore aesthetic. You can layer it over just about any of the dresses behind me, and it sort of grounds it a bit, makes it a bit more casual, and also covers your shoulders if you should want your shoulders covered. Okay, this one's a staple in every cottagecore wardrobe, even though it seems a little counterintuitive because it's a denim and not a floral, but a pinafore dress. Go and get yourself a pinafore dress for your cottagecore wardrobe. This one has a really steep, um, what is that?
Side.
No. What do you call this? It's a really steep armpit hole, for lack of me knowing what the fancy proper seamstress term is. But it cuts down low so you can wear a bralette underneath, like a little lace bralette peeking out. Looks crazy cute. And it has huge mama pockets. It's so comfy and it's not your standard cottagecore floral, but it's an absolute must and you will wear it more than you think. Trust me on this one, get yourself a denim dress or a pinafore dress. It will help your wardrobe go a long way. And this is a brand that is not Laura Ashley, but I added it in here. I think it's the only non Laura Ashley in here, but it's a Gunny Sacks. And I just added it because of the feeling. She is so sweet and romantic. Adding a few romantic pieces. You don't have to stick to a brand. Like my brand for cottagecore is Laura Ashley because I'm obsessed with Laura Ashley. But once in a while, I'll find a special piece and it'll fit the vibe of my little cottagecore floral romantic section in my closet, and away it goes, added in. It doesn't matter what the tag says. If you love it and it fits with the others, let her join the party. So basically, no one does cottagecore like Laura Ashley does cottagecore, especially the vintage dresses. Laura Ashley was doing cottagecore and the whole cottagecore trend before cottagecore even was a trend. It's trendy now, but it was really made famous back in the 80s when Princess Diana wore it. So, how do you get the good stuff for your own collection? Most of the original collections were made in the UK and in Great Britain. You can look for the location that the dress was made in right on the tag. Nowadays, Laura Ashley dresses are produced all over the world, but there really is a difference in the quality and the cut of the dresses, the materials and the prints. So you've got to search out those older items. When you start collecting, you need to search in a way that you can access thousands of sellers and dresses and collections. Search on sites that are more established and where the vintage sellers might have more experience and be a bit older. They have bigger collections and more gems inside of them versus sites like Poshmark or Kijiji, where the seller might be younger and have less of those quality type items in their closets. Next, you need to carefully select the words that you use to search. So go up in the search bar on your site, for example, Etsy, and type in key search terms that are way more descriptive than cottagecore dress. If you just type in cottagecore dress, you are going to get all sorts of things, all sorts of crazy dresses you do not want to buy, fast fashion, you name it. But if you're really specific in telling the search bar, the AI, what you're looking for, they will start to help you. So go ahead and start typing in long terms. This is my best tip. It's kind of tedious, but type in something like yellow puff sleeve, full skirt, Laura Ashley, UK dress. It sounds crazy, but if you keep telling these searcher bot AI fields at the top exactly what you're looking for, they will start to find it for you and it will show up on your feed. And then you'll be able to start clicking through those garments, which are exactly what you're looking for. And then you can go in to start finding your size in those garments. And when you're shopping, make sure you have a soft measuring tape nearby at hand, and maybe even a dress that you own and love and fits you perfectly. Most of the vintage sellers will have the picture of the tag on the dress like this. For example, this one, you can even see it says made in Great Britain, and it will tell you the size. They'll have a picture of this. For example, this one is a USA size 8. Now, I am not a USA size 8 all the time, especially in vintage. So you're going to want to use your soft measuring tape to measure across the bust, the waist, and the hips of a dress that you love, and then compare it to the measurements that the seller has listed online. A good seller is going to give you all the measurements so that you can see and compare both to your own body and to a garment that you like, that you are getting a dress that is a good size for you. They're all one of a kind, so it has to sort of be that magical moment. Another pro tip is to buy your dress slightly bigger than you need it. If you think it's going to fit you perfectly, my goodness, you've struck gold. Go ahead and buy it. But if you're stuck between two dresses and you are deciding if you're going to buy one that you think is a bit too big for you and one that you think might be tight on you, all day, every day, buy the dress that's a bit too big and then head to a seamstress. Now you know all of my tips to getting these beautiful garments for your own closets, and it's time to style them up without looking like your actual grandma. This is super easy with 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, ground them with your shoes. These dresses are ditzy print, floral, romantic, angelic dreams. You've got to ground them or you're just going to look dressed up from head to toe. Wearing a really comfortable shoe in a leather, maybe a sneaker, maybe a pair of Doc Martens, grounds the look and turns too fancy into casual enough. Somehow everything looks casual and wearable with a sturdy shoe. It's science. Rule number 2, add a pop of color that clashes and doesn't match. So this could be a cardigan sweater, it could be your handbag, a belt, a chunky knit vest. And my favorite way to do this is actually your nail polish. Wearing a brown or a black or a crazy mustard with a big floral. I don't know why it works, but it works every time. Rule number 3 is add a second floral or a third floral, if that makes sense. Somehow layering these florals on top of each other gives the outfit a bit more casual, laid back feel, like you don't care so much. And look at me throw all these florals together. Somehow it makes it more modern to add even more cottagecore on top of cottagecore. So until next time, have so much fun getting dressed. See you later. Bye.